Hey, collective. So, something you need to know right now, you are better than perfect because you are authentic. There is someone in the collective right now, it must be you because you're here, who needs to hear that you are better than perfect because you are authentic. Your authenticity is what actually matters. Who you are and who you accept yourself to be. Not someone that you're trying to make up in your head, not someone that you're planning on being next year, but who it is that you are today is what makes you better than perfect. It's because you're authentic. And if you're able to accept who it is that you are today, then you can accept what it is that you're supposed to be doing today, and you can actually get it done. Let's get into the cards, because I'm tapping into a collective that holds themselves back a lot because you may have been through a lot, so you always feel like you got to show up your best self. And this is true. You do want to show up in your best self, right? You do want to absolutely show up feeling your best, looking your best, being the best version of yourself, right? But also how you want to show up is authentic. Show up in truth, in who it is that you actually are. So however you look, whatever you have, whatever skills, talent, abilities, whatever level they're on today, these are the levels that they need to be on. These are the required entry level for you to start doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Okay? If you needed a sign that it's time for you to start that thing, this is it. This is your sign to start that thing. There's always this energy of imposter syndrome when we are switching from one timeline to the next. So I'm really seeing from like student to teacher, and you have so much already, Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, that you're supposed to be sharing. You have so much that you have already accumulated. It's like you are stacked up right now. You actually need to offload some things because you are way more equipped than you wish to give yourself credit for, than you wish to give yourself acknowledgement of. And it's mainly because you have always had to be the best version of yourself in order for you to feel accepted. You had to move kind of robotic, kind of in a way like people pleasing for other people to be okay with who you are, what you're doing, how you're showing up. And you weren't allowed to just be, right? So you think, oh, I have to do a little bit more. I have to show up a little bit better. I have to step my game up even further than what it already is because of what you experienced. But in all honesty, you were already perfect. You were already exactly what you needed to be because you were authentic and you accepted yourself. It's like when children, when they get all dressed up and they don't think about what other people think about them. They don't think about how other people may feel about their mismatched shoes or socks, or the different colors that they're wearing, or how their hair looks, because it's about how they feel about how they're showing up. They're showing up authentically. So look at that. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It's so many pentacles here, and it's because you've been working on yourself in a way where you have been able to master how it is that you show up. But you're still picking at yourself in certain ways because of that old record playing in the back about you needing to be perfect. And you're already perfect because you're authentic and you accept that about yourself. If there's something about you that you don't accept about you, of course, yes, work on it, right? But more than likely, that's not the thing that is hindering you from doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. That's more than likely, that is something very superficial that doesn't even matter, right? So the thing that you're supposed to be doing, the skill that you are supposed to be worried about mastering, you've already done it. You've already done it. Everything else is very human. judgy. It's human judging. It's you judging it from a human level and not from a spiritual level, because we all know that there are standards, right, for how people show up. There's standards for how people hair look, for people's skin complexion, for the clothes people wear, for the way people show up. There are standards. And you've been holding yourself to these standards, and these standards don't actually align with the authentic version of you. So it's actually putting you out of alignment with the people that you're supposed to be connecting with, because you're focused on a standard that has nothing to do with you. Okay. Message. Knight of Swords. There is something that you're supposed to be speaking. There is something you're supposed to be doing. There is something you're supposed to be saying to people. Yep. You have the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the Moon. Let's break this energy down. As a Hierophant, right, like I said, you're moving from the student to the teacher. That's exactly what the Hierophant is. And we are in Taurus season right now. New moon in Taurus yesterday, I believe. This is Taurus energy. You are transitioning from the student to the teacher. So it's like you had a graduation and now you start your job, but you're still thinking, oh, I have to. You already graduated, boo. At this point, you're really doing what you want to do and how you want to do it. It's your classroom. It's your classroom. Okay? It's kind of like when you get your driver's license. Yes, there's a bunch of rules on the road, but now you're the person in control. So you might do things just a little bit different than what the rules state. You ain't breaking the rule, but you may not be abiding by every single thing at every single moment. You're not putting yourself in danger, to say the least. And when it comes to being authentic, you're not putting yourself in danger. You're just allowing yourself to be who it is that you are, to see the world the way that you see the world, and to speak about it in that way as well. And you're connecting with people who are interested in your point of view, not people who need you to have their point of view. Because that's also something that I've been seeing. Trying to fit yourself into spaces where people need you to have the same point of view as them for you to fit in the space. When in fact, you actually need to be in a space where people appreciate a difference in opinion, a difference in perspective, because that means that it's not an echo chamber and they're not looking for this cookie cutter answer. They're looking to get to know you and to understand you rather than to make you a part of a cult. And that's what a lot of communities need sometimes. They need people who will turn off their own executive functioning, their own way of thinking, their own opinions, so that they can be a part of the collective opinions. And that's not what you're called to do. You are called to be your authentic self and to be appreciated for your authenticity. You're called to be in spaces where the way you think is appreciated, admired, inspiring, because it is different. And all of the minds there are different, and y'all appreciate and admire and inspire each other. Yeah, you have the Three of Cups here. I'm seeing with the Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Moon, appreciation for how people made it through this situation. Everybody has a different way for how they make it through that lack mindset, for how they make it through that time in their life where they don't quite trust themselves, where they are not too sure about what's going to happen next. Everybody has a different way of how they go about getting over that hump, getting over that bridge, getting over that time. And what I see is people appreciating you and you appreciating others for how differently y'all have made decisions that have gotten y'all to the same point, over the hump, over the bridge, over the hard time. I'm really seeing a group of people coming to you very proud of you very proud of you and very in awe of how it is that you've allowed yourself to grow, to learn, to accomplish, and to do things in a way that may not have been taught to you. I'm seeing a lot of knights here. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups all in the first row. It's almost like you have an audience because of what it is that you're sharing, because of what it is that you're giving, because of what it is that how it is that you're being. You have an audience because of the way that you're being. Your authenticity is bringing an audience towards you. And it's an audience of people who actually want to learn from you, want to give you your flowers, want to let you know how much you've impacted them. Because you have not, the towel wanted to slide out, because you have not allowed yourself to stop doing things in the way that actually works for you. Because you have not allowed yourself to go back into the groupthink mode and do things in a way that works for others. Instead, you're allowing yourself to do the things that work for you in the way that they work for you because you're being authentic. You're really tapping in and seeing. You're going deep within, the Moon card, doing your own introspective work to see, how is it that I need to show up for me in this time? And you're doing that. How is it that I need to show up for my creative work in this time? And you're doing that. How is it that I need to show up in my community, in my job, in my family, all of these things in ways that you understand work for you and who you are, because you know who you are, because you've been working on yourself and you've been spending time inside of your mind, inside of your body. You can hear it, you can feel it when it works for you and when it does not. And instead of you allowing yourself to deny yourself the things that you need, or to be delusional about the things that you want, making the things that you desire what someone else has desired because you want that companionship, when you allow yourself to not do that, when you allow yourself to continuously manifest from a space of authenticity, that is how you put yourself exactly where it is that you need to be. That's how you align yourself with the timeline that you actually want to be on. It's not by you saying, oh, I want this thing, and just putting it on a board and saying, you know, it's going to come to me. You know, it's about you actually being the thing, being in alignment with the thing. Okay, I want this thing, and if I keep on showing up in this way, this thing will have nothing to do but to run smack dead into me. Like, you and the timeline will literally merge into one because there's no other place for you to go. But that takes introspection. That takes you allowing yourself to really listen to the messages that you're receiving. Because even as a Hierophant, while you are the teacher, you're also the student still. But you're just a student that's able to allow yourself to be the teacher and connect with others and share wisdom with others as well. Let me get something else. Look at this. We have the Nine of Cups and then the Ace of Pentacles again. So as soon as you find your flow, as soon as you find your happiness in how it is that you want to show up, to be this Hierophant, to take on this energy of, again, being a teacher, being a coach, being someone, a mentor, being someone who is of service in some way. As soon as you find your way of doing that, that makes you happy, the money comes right after. Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I can't really show the cards because they naked, but we have the Lovers and we have the Devil. Now these two cards are one and the same, to be quite honest, right? But this is a contract that you're choosing. You're choosing this contract. It's literally like getting a new job, and you choose the job, you choose the job description, you choose the hours, you choose how the whole thing functions. It's your choice, because it's a positioning that's authentic to you. Let's get an oracle message, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We got meditate and contemplate. Very interesting because this has come out a couple of times. Again, you're going within. So the moon card, while it's water sign energy, it's Pisces energy as well, right? So we have new moon in Pisces. We just stepped into a new moon in Taurus, I believe yesterday. But this new moon energy is all about setting intentions for yourself, new intentions about what it is that you want to be stepping into, how it is that you want to step into it, right? So for new moon in Pisces, because Pisces is all about the sign, all about the energy of believing, I believe. It's a very dreamy energy. You're asked to go inside of yourself to meditate and contemplate on what it is that you actually want to come outside of you, what it is that you actually want to see, who it is that you actually are going to be, who it is that you already are. Being authentic means that you accept yourself for who you were in the past, who you are today, and what it is that you're interested in going forward with. So meditating and contemplating on those things are really important during this time because it'll allow you to see what it is that you've been holding on to that's actually not working out for you, and to set your intentions once again on what it is that you want. We have blue moon here, believe in the impossible. I just said that Pisces energy is all about believing. I believe. That's their saying, I believe. Right? So with this new moon in Pisces and this blue moon energy, they're asking you to meditate and contemplate on what it is that you actually believe to be true for yourself. What is it that you actually think you're worthy of? Who it is that you actually think that you want to be around or be aligned with? What is it? Who are you? Who are you? And when you allow yourself to accept, be authentic, and accept who you are, what you do, how you're showing up every day, then you'll be able to align with the things that you want, because you're going to push yourself into a space where you're either knowing that you are merging into a timeline that is what it is that you want, or knowing that you are merging into a timeline that you actually don't want, and you can at least save yourself. You can at least save yourself. Let me get one more card from the Oracle. Don't let your past hold you back. Bottom of the deck, we have a fiery climax approaches. So there is something coming up to you, collective. There is something that's going to be happening that is going to give you the opportunity to choose. Look at that. And I just said it's the last card, right? And now all of the cards are off the table. It's now an energy for you to choose how you want to show up, because it's all on you. It's all on you. How are you going to show up? How is this going to align you with what it is that you desire, or who it is that you desire to be? How is you accepting your authentic self and just moving in that? How is that going to shape your world? That's the question. And I hope you have an answer for you. I will see you in the next reading. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did enjoy it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you will. I love to read the comments, and I'll definitely be responding back. And if you're interested in a personal message, you can definitely check the description box below, and I can get to you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.